Yo, what is good, campers? It's your boy Killer Beezy, and today we are here with the final top 3 defender video. Now, before we get into this video, if you guys haven't checked out any of the top 3 other classes for defenders, I'm gonna leave them in at the top throughout parts of this video, so make sure you click on there and go and check them out. And also on top of that, man, if you guys are not subbed to Angel's channel, man, make sure you head over to Angel's channel. It will be also above in the information tab. Make sure you head over there, hit the subscribe button on Angel's channel, man. We do some challenges on there. She talks about mental health, she does makeup and stuff, so if you're into any of that, make sure you head over and go and show your support, and head over to Angel's channel, man. So right, so just before we get into the top 3 Mystic class, I'm also got my little daughter Princess Kiki here. I am feeding her as well, so there are going to be times where I'm kind of just looking over to my left and just paying attention over there slightly. So first of all, so let's get into number 3. Now, this was a bit difficult for me because now I just want to say 2 of these champs I don't have, so we've got to go and find them first. So this was a little bit difficult for me because I feel like Mystic have so many good defenders. I mean, you know, when you're up against Mystic defenders, if you're up against Mystic Dispersion, you're going to be struggling as it is, because you're going to be feeding, they're going to be gaining their special like crazy, and it's going to be a very big problem. Now, number 3 was a struggle for me, because you know, I look at people like Morningstar, I look at Mordo, and, you know, those two can be, you know, quite problematic fights, man. Especially Mordo. Mordo is not your average champion, so you definitely have to fight Mordo with a certain amount of skill in order to beat him. Regardless of, you know, how much you're used to Mordo and whatnot, you know, Mordo can still, you know, kill you if you don't bring your A game when you're fighting him, man. So, but unfortunately, my number 3 isn't Mordo, and it's not Morningstar. Now, also bear in mind that this is my top 3. This is who I think. You guys can have your own opinions, and, you know, that's why whenever I post these videos, I love to see you guys' thoughts, man. But my number 3 is going to be MEPHISTO. Now, I mean, the 2 main killers for me with MEPHISTO, man, is I mean, number 1, the incarceration with MEPHISTO, man. I mean, like, when he is surrounding himself by those yogurt flames, like, you do not want to be anywhere near him, man. Like, you are just gonna see your life drain if you're not using Iceman and you're trying to attack this guy when he's got that wall of yogurt flame. You're gonna feel it, man. So that and also his regeneration, man. I mean, like, just when you think the match is over and you've got end below a certain amount of health, and you just literally see his health just shoot up to more than halfway, like, it can be a hell of a downer, man. Like, do you know what I mean? So for me, number 3 is definitely MEPHISTO. Now, number 2. Come on, go have another one. Good girl. For number 2 for me now. Now, it was very difficult for me to decide number 2 and number 1. Because I wasn't really sure who deserved the number 1 spot. And I'm still not really sure. You know, it's constantly on my mind. I'm still not really sure if I'm making the right decision. Again, this is for me. And let me explain. When I pick number 1, I'll explain why I made that person number 1. But for number 2, we're gonna go with MAGIK. Now, bro, if you know, you know, innit? If you know, you know, man. I mean, MAGIK, man. MAGIK's Limbo is just crazy, man. I mean, if you don't have the right champions, no, my darling, no. If you don't have the right champions, man, I mean, like, this champion is one hell of a nightmare to fight. Yeah? Because when she procs Limbo, not only is she doing damage to you, but any damage that she takes, when that Limbo runs out, boy, she's just gonna put it all back on, boy. So she's just gonna regen that, and yeah, man, it's just gonna cause to be a longer fight, man. So yeah, for me, MAGIK is number 2. Now, my number 1. Now, the reason why I went with this guy at number 1, and I'm sure all of you guys know all of you guys know who the number one is. And the reason why I've had to go with your boy Dormaramu at number one is because, you know, when I'm measuring Dormaramu to MAGIK, I'm trying to look at the circumstances within the situation. And, you know, the fact that Dormaramu's got a regen, that is a guaranteed, like, regen if it procs, not so much like MAGIK where it's like, okay, if she's in Limber, then she'll recover that health. Whereas if she's not in Limber, she's got no chance of regenerating health. And so it's not really a regen that MAGIK's got. It's so for me it was that, and then another factor in that I was trying to think about is like, well, Limber only procs, or procs when it has a chance to proc when she fills a special bar. So other than that, and even then it's not a guarantee. Whereas Dormaramu, if he's duped every time you do something like you dash back and you evade an attack, you are literally gonna prop. I think it's based on anytime you have a debuff. Let me not lie. I think it's anytime you have. Dormaramu uses his opponent's power as a link to reach deep within their soul. Each time a debuff expires on the opponent, Dormaramu has up to 100% chance to degenerate them for 1938.49. What are you doing? No, give me that, please. Give me that, please. Yeah, so for me, it's like Dormaramu, if you're just fighting Dormaramu normally and you got dexterity because you're evading his attacks or specials, every time you then go to hit, this is going to activate degeneration. And you are literally going to be taking so much damage, especially if you have the mastery, if you have dexterity on, you're going to be degenerating a lot, man. So for me, I feel like that gave Dormaramu the edge. For me, the fact that he's obviously immune as well, so you know, you try to like use bleed or poison on him, it's not going to work. You know, on top of that as well, or Dormaramu's second special is, in my opinion, very difficult, if not impossible, to fully evade. So for me, you know, when you look at those things in that perspective, for me, I had to pick Dormaramu, man. Like, Dormaramu has to be the number one for me, man. Mystic, he's the number one Mystic when duped that you don't want to face, man, in my opinion. But let me know, I mean, there's so many good Mystic champs, like I mentioned, like, you know, Dr. Strange on Unblockable Node 2 can be a bit difficult. The Hood on Unblockable Special Node 2 can be a bit difficult. Scarlet Witch to an extent could be a bit difficult, because especially if you don't have a poison immune champ. So, you know, like, you know, like I mentioned earlier, Morningstar, with, like, you know, if you don't have a bleed immune champ, you know, there are so many decent Mystic defenders, man. So it was a really difficult one, and trying to put them in the right order as well for me. So but let me know in the comments below, man, who you guys, who your top 3 Mystic defenders would be, and what order you would have them in. And yeah, man, it's going to be interesting to see the results, man. Right, so in the next video, what we're going to do is we are going to cover the top 5 most deadliest attacking / defending champions. And what I mean by that is the top 5 champions that are really good at attacking and defending, so that you can use them for both. That's what we're going to cover, man. I had a little look. I haven't seen no one do it on YouTube before, so we're going to cover that in the next video, man. But anyway, yeah, man, it's been your boy Killer Beezy, Campaign T, Game to Entertain. I hope you guys liked the little top 3 defender series that we've done. And man, if you liked it, let me know in the comments below. If you guys want to see any more kind of specific series, let me know in the comments below, man. And yeah, man, that's going to be it for this, man. And I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace!